The helicopter descended smoothly, the rotors whispering a gentle lullaby compared to the insistent, threatening whoop-whoop of the choppers in Alan Grant's nightmares. He blinked against the bright sunlight, the humid island air thick and fragrant with unfamiliar scents. Beside him, Ellie Sattler leaned forward, her eyes wide with a childlike wonder that mirrored his own, albeit masked by a layer of scientific appraisal. Ian Malcolm, in the seat opposite, merely smirked, a glint of anticipation in his chaotic gaze. As the helicopter settled onto the meticulously maintained helipad, the sight that greeted them was nothing short of breathtaking. Instead of the skeletal, unfinished structures they'd half expected, they were met with a vibrant, thriving landscape. Lush, prehistoric flora carpeted the rolling hills, punctuated by meticulously designed enclosures that blended seamlessly with the natural environment. Large, robust fences, almost invisible from this distance, contained creatures that moved with a majestic grace, their roars echoing in the distance, not cries of distress, but rather pronouncements of territorial dominion. John Hammond, beaming with almost blinding wattage, rushed forward to greet them as they disembarked. "Welcome, welcome, welcome to Jurassic Park," he exclaimed, shaking each of their hands with an almost frantic energy. "I trust your journey was satisfactory?" "More than satisfactory, John," Ellie replied, her eyes still scanning the landscape. "It's incredible. It actually works." Hammond chuckled, a sound of pure, unadulterated joy. "Works magnificently, my dear Ellie. Magnificently. Come, come, let me show you the marvels we've created." The tour began with the visitor center, a gleaming edifice of glass and natural stone, a stark contrast to the dilapidated state it would reach in another, darker timeline. Inside, interactive exhibits buzzed with activity, showcasing the science behind de-extinction, the meticulous care given to the dinosaurs, and the stringent safety protocols in place. Children shrieked with delight as they watched holographic dinosaurs come to life, their parents equally captivated. "We've spared no expense," Hammond declared, his voice resonating with pride. "Everything is state-of-the-art. Redundant systems, fail-safes upon fail-safes. We've learned from every conceivable contingency." He paused, a shadow flickering across his face for a fraction of a second, a ghost of lessons learned from a reality that never came to pass in this timeline. As they moved through the park in electric safari vehicles, the dinosaurs gradually revealed themselves. Brachiosaurus craned their long necks to nibble at the high branches, their massive forms moving with surprising elegance. Triceratops grazed peacefully in open meadows, their frills catching the sunlight. Even the fearsome Tyrannosaurus rex, housed in a vast, reinforced enclosure, stalked with a confident, contained power, its roars more a display of dominance than a threat to anything beyond its reinforced steel and concrete boundaries. "The animals are healthy, John," Alan observed, his initial skepticism slowly melting away. "They're thriving." "Of course they are." Hammond puffed out his chest. "They are in their natural habitat, or as close as we can recreate it. The environment is meticulously controlled, their diets perfectly balanced. And," he leaned in conspiratorially, "we have the best staff in the world looking after them." The park was a marvel of engineering and biological science. The fences were not just electrified, they were multi-layered, with sensor grids and backup power systems. The dinosaur paddocks were vast, providing ample space, and were designed to mimic natural terrains, reducing stress and encouraging natural behaviors. The park staff were visibly present, attentive, and professional. Rangers patrolled in specialized vehicles, scientists monitored animal health and behavior from discrete observation posts, and maintenance crews worked diligently, ensuring everything ran smoothly. Later, inside the control room, a hub of quiet efficiency, they met Dennis Nedry. Instead of the frazzled, caffeine-fueled image Alan remembered from his nightmares, this Nedry was focused, efficient, and surprisingly pleasant. He greeted Hammond with a polite nod and then turned to the visitors, explaining the park's complex computer systems with a quiet competence. Everything is automated, of course, Nedry explained, gesturing to the banks of monitors displaying real-time data from every corner of the park. Climate control, security, animal tracking, power distribution, everything runs through this central system. Redundancy is key. We have multiple backup generators, independent power grids, and even a physical key system for critical overrides, should the unthinkable happen. Alan watched Nedry interact with the system, his fingers dancing across the keyboard with practiced ease. He was a different man, a man in control, a man who seemed genuinely invested in the park's success. There was no glint of greed in his eyes, no flicker of resentment. He was simply a talented programmer, doing his job well. Ellie peppered Nedry with questions about the park's environmental controls, the plant life, and the delicate ecological balance they were maintaining. Nedry answered patiently and knowledgeably, demonstrating a deep understanding of the park's intricate systems. He even pointed out some subtle improvements they had made to the system based on real-world operational data, showcasing a commitment to continuous improvement. As they continued the tour, Ian Malcolm remained characteristically skeptical, but even his cynicism seemed softened by the undeniable evidence before him. Chaos theory still applies, John, he cautioned, as they watched a herd of gallimimus gracefully stampede across a grassy plain. Life, finds a way. Even in your beautifully controlled environment, there will be emergent behavior. Unpredictability is inherent in complex systems. Of course, Ian, Hammond conceded, nodding thoughtfully. We are not naive. We understand the inherent complexities. That's why we have layers and layers of safeguards, constant monitoring, and a dedicated team of scientists continuously studying and adapting. We are not trying to eliminate chaos, we are trying to manage it, to understand it, to coexist with it safely and responsibly. The evening culminated in a lavish dinner, overlooking a floodlit paddock where a herd of stegosaurus slumbered peacefully. The air was filled with the sounds of the jungle, the chirping of insects, and the distant roars of the dinosaurs, a symphony of prehistoric life orchestrated by human ingenuity and respect. So, what do you think? Hammond asked, his eyes sparkling with anticipation as they finished their meal. Is Jurassic Park everything you hoped for? Ellie beamed. John, it's a miracle. You've actually done it. You've brought dinosaurs back to life, and you've done it responsibly, safely. It's awe-inspiring. Alan nodded in agreement. It's a testament to human ingenuity and dedication. It's breathtaking. But, he hesitated, glancing at Malcolm, it's also a profound responsibility. Ian, surprisingly, offered a less cynical observation. It's impressive, John. Truly impressive. You've created something extraordinary. Something that will change the world. But, he added, his voice taking on a more serious tone, the real challenge begins now. Maintaining it, evolving with it, ensuring its long-term safety in ethical operation. That's the ongoing experiment. Hammond nodded, his initial exuberance tempered by a newfound gravity. You're right, Ian. This is just the beginning. We have proven that it can be done, that we can coexist with these magnificent creatures. But we must remain vigilant, adaptable, and always mindful of the immense power we wield. Jurassic Park is not just an amusement park, it's a living laboratory, a testament to the wonders and dangers of scientific ambition. In this reality, Jurassic Park thrived. It opened to the public to universal acclaim, becoming a global phenomenon. Millions flocked to Isla Nublar to witness the miracle of de-extinction, to walk among dinosaurs, to experience a world thought lost to time. The park generated immense revenue, funding further research and conservation efforts. Jurassic Park became a beacon of scientific achievement, a symbol of human ingenuity harnessed for wonder, not destruction. Nedry remained a valued employee, his expertise crucial to the park's smooth operation and continuous technological advancements. He was rewarded for his loyalty, his competence recognized, and his initial frustrations with the park management dissolved into a sense of purpose and belonging. Of course, there were challenges. Minor system glitches, unexpected animal behaviors, and the constant need for vigilance remained. But these were addressed proactively, efficiently, and without catastrophic consequences. The park's robust safety protocols and dedicated staff ensured that any potential issues were contained and resolved swiftly. In this world, Jurassic Park was not a tragedy, but a triumph. It was a place of wonder, education, and conservation. It was a testament to what humanity could achieve, and ambition was tempered with responsibility, when ingenuity was guided by ethics, and when loyalty and competence were valued above greed and short-sightedness. It was a world where dinosaurs and humans coexisted, not in a battle for survival, but in a fragile, awe-inspiring, and ultimately hopeful balance. The future remained uncertain, as all futures do, but in this timeline, the initial chapter of Jurassic Park was written not in chaos and bloodshed, but in wonder and the quiet, persistent hum of successful innovation.